European carriers are quietly pulling out of China. Last week, Scandinavian Airlines became the latest carrier to make its exit with a final flight between Shanghai and Copenhagen. CNA's Guan with this report.
It was a bittersweet farewell at Pudong Airport as the crew checked in for the last Scandinavian Airlines or SAS flight between Shanghai and Copenhagen. Bidding them farewell were the SAS ground staff in Shanghai, many of whom will be laid off. A former cabin crew who used to fly the China route felt compelled to fly all the way from her home in the Arctic Circle to be here to mark the end of an era.
I came here the day before yesterday and going on the last flight and going back today because I'm very sad for the situation. So I just wanted to be a part of the departure and see and let them know that I'm very unhappy on their behalf.
The Scandinavian Airline is withdrawing from China after 36 years in the country. It joins other European carriers in withdrawing from the Chinese market. Virgin Atlantic recently withdrew its London to Shanghai service, citing significant challenges and complexities. A slew of other airlines have also cut or suspended their flights to the Chinese capital, Beijing. They include British Airways, Lufthansa, and Polish Airlines. The pull-out comes after Russia closed its airspace to airlines from the European Union in protest of EU sanctions on the country after its invasion of Ukraine. The detour may not seem like such a big deal on a flat map, but when we see it on the globe, the extent of the detour becomes clear. It's a detour that other airlines from China or other non-EU countries need not take.
Basically, that means at least 2 hours more time, which means more fuel consumption, more crew, more food and beverage. That means higher cost. And meanwhile, the Chinese airlines can still fly over the Russia airspace, and they have the cost advantage. So basically, they also can have the price advantage. These combined together compose a very fierce competition.
This is the most convenient flight for me. So, yeah, I'm sorry if they cancel it.
We are not happy. That's the only direct flight. Because we're going to Copenhagen or we live in Sweden and Shanghai. 有什么办法呢？对吧？我很高兴我今天能走，我害怕我走不了。很高兴，很高兴，起码今天还是能够坐上飞机的。听说好像很满。
This is very convenient for us. Even I have many friends who is traveling in our company. Now we have to go either Paris or Amsterdam for the SkyTeam Alliance, either Air France or KLM. So it is more than 4 or 5 hours extra for us.
Next summer is expected to bring happier tidings for passengers shuttling between Europe and China. The warmest season, which begins in June, is expected to bring some air routes between the two places back in service. Polish Airlines says it will resume its service between Warsaw and Beijing. Finnair says it will add 4 flights per week to Shanghai. While Serbian Airlines, unaffected by Russian airspace closure to the EU, is planning a new route from Belgrade to Shanghai. But so far there's no word yet if Scandinavian Airlines would ever resume its service to Pudong Airport. Guan, CNA, Pudong Airport, Shanghai.